Hello everybody and welcome to the very first episode of this Crusader Kings 3 Game of Thrones mod playing as Lord Daeron Brightflame of Sharp Point. So we have a high lordship title and we are going to be playing this campaign Let's Play kind of very thematically. We're going to be talking through all the different events, what we should do. We're going to be playing according to our character's traits. So Lord Daeron is a diligent, lustful, ambitious, dutiful captain with an unyielding defender trait, a knight, as well as he's very handsome. So Brightflame is a Targaryen Dynasty, and we're going to be very similar to, we're going to have like a high Valyrian culture, very similar to the Valerians over on Driftmark, as well as like the Celtigars over on Westerosi, like that are Westerosi Valerian. So we are going to try to keep our bloodline pure by marrying other high Valyrians, primarily. You know, we might go off the beaten path if we need a seriously good alliance. But we are playing as the bookmark with Robert Baratheon and Cersei on the Iron Throne, and Robert is 21 years old. So we have Renly Baratheon at age 7, and we are under lordship of Stannis of Dragonstone, and he's 20 at the time. So very interesting, and he still has a Lady Selyse of Dragonstone that is 17 as his spouse, so she's not dead yet, so it's a pretty big deal. Other major characters in the Game of Thrones that I want to mention real quick, we have Tywin over here in the Westerlands. The Reach has Lord Paramount Mace of the Reach, and it's funny, he actually looks very similar to how he does in Game of Thrones. That's kind of funny. The Riverlands are owned by the Lord Paramount Hoster, Tully. The Vale is, of course, Lord Jon of the Vale, so he doesn't even kick off. He's not dead to kick off the actual Game of Thrones series. And then we also have Lord Eddard of the North with their son Robb and Jon Snow, a Stark, potentially. So we'll be following these characters quite a bit. I'll keep Jon up there just because, you know, we're Targaryens after all, so we might want to keep an eye out for other Targaryens that might pop out. And actually, it's very interesting in this Game of Thrones mod, there could be some events that pop up. Like a Targaryen that is over here might show up earlier than predicted and go against the Seven Kingdoms. So we'll have to make some decisions when the time arises. So I'm looking forward very much to this series. I love Crusader Kings 3. I've really been loving this Game of Thrones mod quite a bit, and I'm excited to get into it. So, without further ado, I think the first order of business would be to close up all of these. So we need to get married. So who shall our spouse be? So there's a Bracken over here. There's a Frey. These are all women that need to be married. So Waynwood, Valderon. So there's quite a few people, but I'm primarily looking for a high Valyrian, if at all possible. Let's see if the Celtigars have anybody. So of course me. So they do have Maynila, I mean. She is impatient, paranoid, and deceitful. She's an insightful thinker, but she is a lowborn. But she is a Westerosi Valyrian, which is kind of what we're going for. Owain as well. She's a battle-hardened, aggressive attacker. I don't want somebody that's lowborn is the issue. I want somebody that can give me an alliance, so he doesn't really have anybody. He has Melinda Celtigar, who's compassionate, vengeful, bossy. She's 12. And how old are we? 17. So, I mean, it could work. I like it. 17 with a fully grown beard. Hell yeah. The Brightflame and the Targaryen lineage runs strong through Daeron. So let's see if Montfort has anybody. No, he has Owain Waters Valerian. Any other members of your house that want to be married? Let's see. So he does have Aema, who is another lowborn. So she's shy, generous, authoritarian, prosperous, senescal, as well as comely, which could be good. Oh, 32 though? Can't do that. 19, logician, craven, shy, and ruthless. Interesting combo there. And she's a brilliant strategist, but I really don't want to go for a lowborn. So let's just find an overall person here. And let's type in Valyrian. Okay, so we have Valena Velaryon, who is of House Bramford. We have Ray Velaryon, who's 0, 7 years old, 3, 0. So these are all Valyrians. You know, Valena might not be a bad option here. She's sadistic, gluttonous, rowdy, and fickle. So that is very interesting. Valena Velaryon. Good dynasty, okay traits, 14. So she'll be betrothed to me. And we would get a ally to House Chelstead. Where are they located? Before we sign anything here. Let's go to the titles. So they're over here next to King's Landing. So that is who we'd ally with if we went with her. I think we will. I think that's the only Valyrian, high Valyrian that, you know, we can be with. So let's do that. I think that's a good option. They are similar in army size, 1,590. You know, let's do that. That is our first marriage, hopefully, if he accepts. For lifestyle, I think we're going to go for martial, and we're going to go for an authoritarian focus. He has about 26 prowess, which is excellent. And I think we should go for gallant first, or maybe at least down half the tree. And then we'll go a little bit into Overseer to make sure that we get increased county control. And then probably finish out just to get the Gallant trait itself, because Gallant gives +4 prowess, +2 martial. And we'll try to attend as many different events as we can so we can gain prowess. Because I think being like a really high-end fighter would be absolutely huge. Of course, we don't have no player error. Choose a patron. Patron. So this gives us prowess, -1 diplomacy. I think we're going to go with the warrior. The warrior protects the faithful of his holy sword, instilling courage, delivering victory, and protecting soldiers in the heat of battle. The warrior is often called upon by soldiers, knights, and generals. So we're definitely going to go with that. Maximum battle roll +2, so we'll go with that. That is my patron. So we could host a grand tournament. We did start with 334 gold here. We have to pay homage to Stannis and request a loan from the Iron Bank of Bravos. I don't think we're going to be doing that. That's not really needed. So let's meet some of our council as well before we get into it. We have Adam here. Adam, he's a lowborn. He's authoritarian, impatient, sadistic, brilliant strategist, reaver, and a trained fighter with 7 prowess. That's a trained fighter. He has poor prowess, but he has good martial, decent martial. And that is our Castellan. Is there anybody else that could be better? We have Gorman of the Reach, which is our Maester. That might be honestly a better option. Let's take a look at him. He's wrathful, cynical, arbitrary, astute, intellectual, novice physician, and a Maester, but he is a Tyrell. So we're going to assign him to the position. Sorry, Adam. You're lowborn anyways. He's highborn. We're going to allow him to oversee the realm, preside over the council, giving us more renown for our lineage. So I think that would go well. We have our Chancellor, Master Michael, or Michael. Let's see if he's good enough for the position. He is. So he is a lowborn as well, Faith of the 7, paranoid, stubborn, patient, and an adequate bargainer. We have Lord Gillard of Swords Peak. So he's ambitious, ruthless, patient, and indulgent wastrel. So I think we're going to keep him on. And we're going to try to promote our Westerosi Valyrian culture starting off on sharp point. So I think that'll be good. We have Arneld, who is 22. who is impatient, ambitious, diligent, conscious scribe, and a trained fighter with 13 prowess, which is okay. Only speaks the common tongue, but I think we should probably find him a wife while we're here. No valid characters that are high Valyrian. Okay. A genius. She lowborn? Yes, she is. I want to get more geniuses within our court, so I'm going to see if this will work. Let's go for that. Let's do it while we're here. Train commanders, organize army 100%. We have Donald as our spy master. Donald, which is a lowborn. He is ruthless, stubborn, deceitful. 11 prowess, but really good intrigue. Is there anybody better than him? No, he is amazing. Great job, Donald. So we're going to just keep him disrupting schemes, or let's find out some secrets in King's Landing. I'm sure there's a secret we might be able to come across. Okay. Our admiral is Lord Gunser. And Lord Gunser is of Sunglass, who is our Lord of Sweetport. So we'll probably keep him as the admiral, and he is going to scatter fleets. We could protect trade, but he doesn't have really good stewardship, so I'd like to use him to his best abilities. And we could keep him as our master of arms, but I think it makes sense, you know, an islander being in control of the admiral position. So that makes sense. And our Septon is Ronald. Ronald of Sharp Point. He's a Septon. Lowborn. So, good meeting all the different courtiers. We have our Maester. Our Liege's Council. We have Lady Celise, Lord Boris. We have Lord Adrian. We have Lord Davos. Davos, the Onion Knight of Rain Shore. So he's intelligent, social figure, trained fighter, a knight. Honorable, just, brave, and honest. I always like Lord Davos Seaworth. He's an awesome character in Game of Thrones. We also have Richard Horp as his master of arms. Then we have Lord Montford, who is 16, over Driftmark as the admiral. We have Bear, and then he has no spy master. But I highly doubt he's going to choose us to be a spy master. We have 14 martial, 13 diplomacy, 11 stewardship, which is decent. But we're really good prowess, so hopefully we will be able to do that. Some of our neighbors is the Lordship of Longbar, Boris Bullock, the Lord Montford of Driftmark, as well as we have Lord Jarian of Blackmark, of Blackberry. So, awesome stuff. Okay. But we'll definitely have to pay homage first, so we'll definitely do that. What other things? Develop capital could be good. We'll take a look at that as time goes on, but let's definitely pay homage. Demonstrate submission. Gain a hook on me. Will receive greater taxes or levies from a contract, or bestow gifts of 10 gold. Let's just demonstrate submission. So we'll receive our oath of homage. So we'll go on a trip there. Caravan Master could be Ector. He's the best one with 17 stewardship. I think we'll appoint him. And we will have to travel across sea. So I will hire an experienced captain. But I will customize the routes slightly. So before we get to Dragonstone, I want to stop by... So we'll stop by Spicetown. And then after that, we'll actually go through High Tide. We'll actually go through High Tide. And, so we'll actually go through High Tide and get that martial experience as well. So it's a Valyrian High Tide is a point of interest. When visited, the Castle of High Tide, a symbol of wealth and power of House Velaryon, was sacked following the Battle of Gullet during the Dance of Dragons. The famed treasure hoard of Lord Corlys, the Seed Snake, burned with the castle. So very interesting. Maybe minor spoilers for House of the Dragon, but maybe minor spoilers. So let's start traveling for 14 gold. We have the money. Rayford will be recruited to travel with your entourage. All packed and proper, we finally come to the point where we can start our journey to Sharp Point. Our next destination is Dragonstone. Can't wait. To the handsome Daeron, I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. You will be betrothed to my cousin, Valena. Absolutely. Alliance form. Visit the location of the Sack of High Tide, so very cool. And let's go visit Stannis. Servants usher me into Lord Stannis' great hall in Dragonstone, where he sits his throne waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge many oaths of homage, as his scribes record the event. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer my lord except my promise to faithfully serve as a vassal of the Lord Paramountcy. Stannis bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction along with the rights to the lands I rule in his stead. Hail the Lord. I gain 25 renown and I get some... Lord Stannis gets some opinion of me and I gain a little extra prestige for that. So, good stuff. That's all we needed to do. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank the 7 where I can go inside again. Invigorated effects on my state and of mind and vigor. As I glance at Ector, however, he does not appear to be doing quite as good. His movement is labored, his breathing heavy. Spontaneous bursts of coughing ripple through his body. Clearly, he is not well. We're definitely going to let him rest and recover fully. Alright, Regency ended. Rhaegal, or Rhaegal, is our best friend, and he is our current regent. So there was, when you start a campaign as like a new character in the Game of Thrones, you do get to choose to like bring along a best friend. So I chose, where is Rhaegal? Here he is. So he is our best friend. He's diligent, temperate, honorable, fortune builder, shrewd, and comely. And that actually reminds me, he is a lowborn, but he also is a Westerosi Valyrian. We should definitely find him a wife. Intelligent, could be good. 16, how old is he? 17? That is match made in heaven right here. Match made in heaven. And it's Lord Davos. It's a courtier of Lord Davos, so it could be a pretty good deal. We're gonna marry him off. See if they can have kids and bring in more smart individuals to our court. So let's continue on. Dynasty head changed. I became the new dynasty head instead of Prince Aemon of the Iron Throne. So there's Aemond. He's the black brother on the wall. King Maekar of the Iron Throne, as well as Diana Dane. Interesting. Implacable, I accept your marriage proposal. Thank you, Onion Knight. I appreciate it. So we will create an accolade as well. Let's create an accolade with... Who's our highest one here? 13, 13, 12, and 11. We need more knights. So Lord Gillard of Swords Peak. We'll definitely go with him. Paragon of the 7 who are 1. I don't really like that name. I'm going to go with... My vassal is an infant lord is only for everyone to join my council. We're going to be a spy master, even though we suck at spy at being a spy. So we'll accept that. Thank you, Stannis. I appreciate it. But we're going to have to create an accolade. What should we do? We'll probably call this the Knight. The Knight of Dragon. No, I don't like that. That sounded weird. We'll call him the Dragon Knight. So Lord Gillard of Swords Peak is the Dragon Knight currently. So I like that. The Dragon Knight. So we do get Stalwart as an accolade. So travel safety, army toughness is huge, and a scoundrel. So he gets mercenary higher cost minus 10%. Not sure if we're going to be using a lot of mercenaries, but we'll go with that. Good job, Lord Gillard of Swords Peak. So we'll create that accolade. Spend 100. His successor is Master Michael of Freddymont. And I'll actually pin him because I want to see him, make sure I remember who he is, because if he does good, then I could land him in the future. Or if he doesn't already have land, I think he's actually right here. He is already landed. So, well done, Lord Gillard. You are awesome. And you hate me, but you're awesome. So let's continue on. Jon Snow, 1 year old. Let's see if there's any factions. There are no factions against me. Intrigue. I'm not looking to do any major intrigue. My wife is on her way currently. My knight Adam is requesting to marry Tala. He assures me that Tala will agree to his marriage if the proposal comes to on my behalf. So Tala, you want to marry Tala? She's comely? Yeah. You know what? May the sevens bless your union. Well done, sir. Well done. Yeah, you know, I'm a nice king. So we do have a military. We do have 1 man at arms, and that is our dragon hunters. These are specific archers that only Targaryen-blooded individuals can muster. So we only have 100 of them, but they have 82 damage, 36 toughness, and a decent screen. We gain the trait Counselor. Awesome. But we could also get Dragon Knights, which are pretty cool. We could get Dragon Guard as well. So these are all things we should be thinking about in the future. I mean, we have enough money, and we have a good amount of income. I kind of want to get a Dragon Knight. And let's get, can we get crazy here? How much is this going to cost? 119 if mustard. So I won't do that just yet. But we'll definitely. So they're stationed in Sharp Point. They really can't be stationed. It's not in our domain. So they're just gonna have to not be stationed. Let's continue on. So we could start a war with Pirate Lord Salador of Sandstones. We could free slaves of Sandstone right down here. 3,106 versus 2,663. Let's wait a little bit until our knights get brought up a little bit, get replenished, and then we might actually go to war with them. So we'll have 50 knights. So we look kind of interesting with our armor on here. Let me actually change that to a default. Yeah, save. There we go. That looks a little better. So Lord Stannis, he is currently at war. Lord Daeron of the Black Sound and Brightwater de jure for the High Lordship of Brightwater. So very interesting. Neophyte fighter +2 prowess. That's awesome. Now we're at 30 prowess, which is absolutely phenomenal. And is more than capable of whomping on peasants, but his form is wild and callow. Lord Ellen swore to avenge the death of Lord Robert, who was slain in battle by me. We're killing people? Are we in a battle? Oh shit, we're down over here. I didn't even realize. Yeah, we're fighting in the Reach. In this army. We're getting 4 dread as we do this. Alan seeks... Lord Alan of Sunnyvale is pissed with me. I'm actually going to pin him because he is our rival. We got to keep an eye. He is Lord Alan Ball, hot-blooded of Sunnyvale. Where is Sunnyvale located? Let's pause that real quick just to be sure. High Lordship of Sunnyvale. Where is that? So that's up here. That is up over here, so they're on the border of the Westerlands, Riverlands. I mean, I don't really want to take any of this land. There's no point in fighting him, but he might come after us one day, so we got to be wary of that. Oh, looks like they abandoned the army, and I'm immediately back on Sharp Point. Well done. Daeron absolutely killed it. I was wounded, but my maester is a brilliant man. So, good stuff. Let's check our knights. We have 30 out of 50 knights, so we'll be doing that soon. Lord Alan seeks revenge. We developed our skills as a counselor, as a spy master. I really don't understand why we are his spy master. So let's continue on. Trained fighter. Are we in a battle again, or no? Trained fighter. 33. We're doing great. Just making sure he's named the Dragon Knight over here. So we can request a loan from the Bank of Bravos. We're not going to do that. What does... So we have all of our knights. I think we can go and probably attack the last of them. Free slaves of the last refuge. We don't need to call anybody else in. Strategy integrated. I'm sitting in on a strategy meeting with Lord Stannis and Lord Adrian. Lord Adrian is the Red Crab of Claw Isle, so he's the other Valyrian, hot Valyrian over here in this little island chain up here. So Lord Stannis has combined my ideas with Adrian's, merging them into a single cohesive strategy that will give us a significant advantage on the battlefield. So that is awesome. But I think we are going to declare war, 450 prestige, and declare war on Captain Angros. So we are fighting our own war on this small island right here. So let's call the banners, raise all men. Commander should be me. Ooh, 17, but I have 33 prowess, even though my marshal is okay. Or I could have Lord Gunsir of Sweetport Sound, my admiral. I think that kind of makes sense. I'm going to send my admiral on a mission to wipe out that pirate lord in the stepstones. So, Lord, you are going off to here. Lord Gunsir. Lord Gunsir, I would like to pin you. You are my loyal lord. So, very first prestige, we're gonna... I'm sorry. The very first martial lifestyle point we're going to put towards Stalwart Leader. So we'll get +4 on that. And we are fighting in the battle. Our Knight Master Michael main Gondo Alego, and that is the battle. Immediately winning. Let's check the details, see if who did what. Benisa did 1, Lord Gunsir, Sweetport got 1 kill. 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill. Okay, not bad, not bad. Where are we located? Because it looks like we're still doing some things out here. We don't have any parents, obviously. Created character. But yeah, let's see how this siege goes down. So there's 8 months left of that siege. We are taking some 1 month of attrition, so that's not terrible. Betrothed can marry. We could finally marry Valena. So we shall send the proposal. Gladly accept the marriage. Your glory is widely known. I love this mod because they actually added the castles. So here you see Storm's End. Awesome castle. We have King's Landing over here. Looks very cool. You even have Dragonstone where Stannis is. And Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon. So, very cool. Our wife is currently... She just arrived. So, Lady Valena of Sharp Point. She's gluttonous, sadistic, shy, and fickle. Okay, confidant. Stewardship, so she'll get some extra stuff. In scorching midday heat, they sit in the shadow under a great stone pine, playing on lutes and flutes. They sing in many tongues, yet my heart can understand every word. I can hear them from my balcony, and they stir my soul. Yet I do not know the identity of these musicians. And when I leave my lofty halls and approach the tree, they are gone. I thought only the singers of Old Town possessed such talent and wit, but perhaps I was mistaken. What am I to do with these damned feelings? So beautiful. I should sponsor more musicians. I mean, we have the money to do that, but what is the benefit? Monthly prestige and courtier guest opinion could be good. What does our court look like? Do they all hate us? A couple of them do. Adam, because I kicked him out. Lucifer, he's -8. But everyone else seems pretty happy. I don't absolutely need that court opinion. Odd by beauty, so we'll get stress gain -25%. We'll go with that. I think that sounds good. We're still besieging. Lord Gounser is still besieging. Despite our efforts, have yet to uncover any secrets. If there's anything, we'll find it. We will absolutely find it. So, we almost won the siege of Reckoner's Regard. Come on, get there. 3 days left. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Let's enforce our demands. Freedmen of Services. So we'll read that in just 1 second. Greetings, Lord Daeron of Short Point. Your low character is the subject of mummer shows. You are a much greater foe than I imagine. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Yeah, Angros Modar, you are going down, sir. So freedmen offer their services. My camp roars with life as soldiers celebrate their great victory. As fine a feast as could be prepared is laid out for them all to enjoy. One of my captains enters my tent, an expression of pride upon his face. Lord Daeron. A few of the new freedmen request an audience. I nod to him, awaiting the flurry of thanks the former slaves are sure to give. Hago approaches me with other freedmen at his heels. They stop just before me and kneel. My lord, when the slavers stole us, they destroyed our homes, butchered our families. Hago glances to the familiar face of Humphrey beside him, as if to draw from his strength while holding back tears. We thank you for freeing us from their grasp, but there is nothing for us to go back to. I humbly plead for you to take us into your service. We are all very skilled at our crafts. I am certain you can find use of us. So let's take a look at them. So we got Hago. He is a shy, wrathful, compassionate, skilled tactician, hunter, aggressive attacker, comely, and a skilled fighter. 23 prowess is not bad. Interesting culture here, and he follows the trios, the three daughters' faith. You know, I think we could use you. 28. Humphrey is brave, generous, with no third trait, and is a charismatic negotiator with 26 diplomacy. Golly, and he's also of Fameros, so he's not a nobody. Chiswick is brave, zealous, and is of Gal House, and he's a Westerlander. So of course we'll take them in. Why not? Disband our army in the stepstones. A successful battle indeed. So we might do another war in the stepstones eventually, but I'm thinking, because I am in an army, it says. Am I in an army? Or the Targaryen Dynasty is known far and wide. Where are your armies, sir? Probably in one of these armies. Stefan, Black Sound, there's the Sweetport. So I'm probably in, yeah, Stannis is the commander. So I'm probably in this army over here. I'm currently in Festoon. Fighting a good battle here. I wish it would let me know what I'm doing over here. I feel like that is a something they should improve on. If I'm fighting in a battle, I should be able to see what I'm doing. And it says when I click on me that I'm in the stepstones, but I'm gaining dread like I'm in an army. So whatever. No problem. I am not impregnating my wife, so we are missing out on potential opportunities here. I need an heir. I absolutely need an heir. While out sweating in the yard training with Arnold, I find my grasp of swordsmanship has improved. My training has paid off. I am a skilled fighter. That is awesome. So +6 to prowess. We are now 39 prowess. That is absolutely huge. So just to give you an idea of prowess, can we look this up at all? Rank by prowess. So the top prowess people is Lord Commander Barristan the Bold, of course, King Robert of the Iron Throne. Barristan has how many? 70. Oh my god. 53. Jaime 49. Dunstan Bonehand of Old Wick has 49. And here we are down here below Randall of Westmark. Gregor the Mountain. There's the mountain. And then we have us at 39. So we're not bad. We're actually a very skilled fighter. So if there's ever a tournament, we should definitely try to get in on that. Lord Gillard is our Dragon Knight. And you're not very powerful whatsoever. I wish I could be my own Dragon Knight, because I totally would. Let's fast forward a little more here. Sins of the Father. My lip curls as I glance up on my walk from Sharp Point to find out my rival, Lord Allen, hurrying along the streets towards me. Our rivalry has been particularly vicious of late, and the two of us exchanging verbal barbs at any opportunity. I fully expect some putrid nonsense to be sprouted in my general direction, but instead he flounces on past. It's only then that I notice somehow in his toe I recognize them as Rosamund, Alan's child. She smiles at me somewhat coquettishly, with the merest hint of a raised eyebrow. Before hurrying after her father, I watch the pair continue down the road, somewhat startled. What was that all about? So looks like Rosamund Ball, whom's married, is making some passing glances at me. So I gain 30 opinions. It starts a seduce scheme against Rosamund Ball. Well, see, you listen, I am lustful and ambitious and diligent. So it kind of makes sense that I do this. I mean, even if I don't do it, I gain 100 stress, which is critical. So I have to go for it. You gotta go for Rosamund. Look at me go. I'm actually going to go into the barbershop and take off the helmet. I kind of don't want a helmet. Well, then again, I'm in the army right now, aren't I? So I don't think I can. Oh well. That's okay. So let's seduce Rosamund. 95% chance of that happening. My wife's out here in Sharp Point, just waiting. So far, very interesting. Lord Montfort of Driftmark is out there fighting as well. He's 19. He is not married either. And his primary heir is Vaemond Valerian, my brother-in-law. Let's take a look at their family tree. So Lord Montfort, Oraine Valerian, Lord Lucerys, Lady Valena, Vaemond Valerian, and Victor Valerian. So beneath those layers, how should I approach Rosamund? She seems like a reserved individual who prefers silence as a companion. At least that's how she appears on the surface. Who knows what sort of person she is in private? Is she meek and submissive, or perhaps passionate and fiery? I'll find out once I have breached her stony exterior. For now, I have to decide how to make myself remain in her thoughts after spending some time alone. Daughter of Lord Allen. So let's see who she is. She's wrathful, arbitrary, and craven. She's a scaredy cat, but she's a brilliant strategist and an open terrain expert. I feel like being gallant and charming as possible kind of would appeal to someone that's a brilliant strategist. Tenderly as a friend could be a decent option. Or just wait my opportunity. I'm going to be as gallant and charming as possible. Let's see if that works. So I managed to get a moment alone with Rosamund. I bide my time balancing flattery and conversation. Then as the right mood settles, I reach out and clasp Rosamund's hand in mine. I lay bare my feelings for Rosamund and declaring my undying love for her. Not even in my wildest dreams could I've imagined you were this passionate, Daeron. She exclaims while desperately fanning herself. While she doesn't respond to my proclamation in kind, I'm certain that the shade of red on her ears is due to her blushing ferociously at my bold words. It shouldn't be long before she reciprocates my feelings. Very interesting, very interesting. So Lady Valena is actually the cousin of Lord Montfort. So that's very interesting. So I wonder if we could get the High Lordship of Driftmark to my wife. Wonder if that would be possible. A Bravosi puppeteer has arrived in my court. My steward, having heard talk of his talent among the local small folk, decided to invite him to put on a show for my household. I look forward to seeing the show. My puppet show was entertaining. The puppeteer put on several performances for my household. Some were light and comical, while others had a darker tone. All in all, I greatly enjoyed myself. Awesome. Some stress lost. So we finally regained, took off our armor. It looks like we are no longer in the Reach, so it wouldn't make sense to continue on with this thing. Yeah, she's all the way here. So let's just call that over. Let's say I tried and then I abandoned and I went home because I'm no longer fighting in that war. Lady Celise of Dragonstone and Lord Stannis of Dragonstone. Very cool. And here we are together, finally. Lady Valena of Sharp Point. Lady Valena Brightflame of Sharp Point. So my goals in this campaign are definitely to gain power in this area. Probably maybe take the High Lordship of Driftmark, or maybe even become Lord Paramountcy of Dragonstone. But of course, eventually I want to rule the Seven Kingdoms and slowly gain power that way. So any way possible would be very good, but it's going to be difficult. I mean, we're a duchy rank compared to a king and an empire. So we're going to have to see how we do that. But first, I need to have kids. So this is me. Let's go over to her and let's see if we cannot... So she likes us. So we can't lie with our wife. We're definitely going to do that. Because we need an heir, and we're not doing the job. After a bit of thought, I decided I would make it my plan to bed Lady Valena of Sharp Point. Soon after, I see her walking through the gardens with some companions. As they near me, Valena looks up and appears to notice me. Valena positions herself closest to me as I take my turn greeting each of the group. When I get to Valena, her smile lingers a bit longer than the others. I look in her eyes as I smile in return and tell her I am especially glad to see her. So long story short, I try to do the deed. It seems to me Lady Valena is keen to spending some time alone with me. Oh, how should I get her alone? Alas, being joined with Valena would make decisions such as this much easier. I would simply ask her. So I could wait for her, which is a 51% chance to succeed. I could be going rough, which is a 63% chance of her agreeing, and a 36% chance that my plan succeeds. But it is 25 loss on my piety, which I only have 39. It's not like I really want to do that. 1% chance I'm refused, so I could just simply ask. I mean, that makes sense. I gotta turn that off. As a child, you say, yes, a child for you would be grand, then let us get to work. Awesome. Greetings, my charming vassal. It would please me greatly if you could personally take Patchface as your squire. Patchface? Possessed, a lunatic, scaly, poetic? He's the drowned god. Why would I take Patchface? He's a gluttonous, trusting individual. Did I decline that? Did I decline that? Whoops. I think I did. Oh well. I didn't want to anyways. Fate upon my wife, Lady Valena is with child. So she's pregnant. All right, so we are moving on. It is the 11th moon, 12th moon in 287. We still have no player heir, but hopefully our very first child will be a son. My caravan master Ector is requesting to marry Master Franklin. What? Oh. What? He's requesting to marry Master Franklin of Stony Steps courtier Bessie. Okay, okay. He assures me that Master Franklin of Stony Steps will agree to the marriage if it comes from her. Yeah, absolutely. Another beautiful Hail Traveler. That would be really good. May the seven who are bless your union. So we could hold a tournament, but I'm not really sure I want to do that. We could declare another war. You cannot have believed that the agency spied would go unnoticed at my court for ooh. Simple mistake, my liege, that is all. Started the disrupt schemes task. King Robert loses 15 opinion of you. That's all the opinion that he has. Damn. Allows King Robert to rightly imprison me. Yeah, no. Simple mistake. I'm just looking for secrets, man. I'm just looking for secrets. I think Cersei might have a secret. Her children is Prince Joffrey of the Iron Throne and Princess Myrcella of the Iron Throne. It's interesting that both of these children have blonde hair. I don't know. I'm just saying. Siblings is Lord Jaime. Hooks and oh, I have the secret. Did I miss that? Ooh, but not with who? I wonder if I could blackmail him for like money or something. Or should I expose it? Let's hold on. Let's hold on for it. Hold on to it for now. You might want to like, let's say if King Robert dies out of, let's say nowhere, or dies because he's a drunkard and a fornicator. And a profligate, as well as he's rakish. He is stressing out. He must be. So okay. So praise the maiden Valena has given birth to a perfect little daughter. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. What name would befit such a mighty lady? Vela. I kind of don't want Vela. I want Melis. Melis. May you grow to be a strong and wise, my daughter. My daughter, Melis. Melis Brightflame. She is pretty. So that's awesome for her. Let's immediately betroth her. Let's do it. Let's send her off. So that's awesome, our first daughter. Hopefully we can get our wife pregnant again shortly. We did unlock a martial skill. So Captain Effectiveness plus 75. We definitely want to go for that. Offer Squire. So greetings, my handsome vassal. It would please me greatly if you could personally take Patchface as your Squire. He's asking again. This is the second time he asks. I gotta do what my lord says. I will train Patchface. So I will train the Squire. Alright, as the mentor of my Squire Patchface, it is my responsibility to train him in the ways of knighthood. I've decided to practice a particular skill with him today, but I need to decide which one. Train strategy, 37%, 53% of success. Swordsmanship, 57. Makes sense, I might go with that. Let's do that. Hopefully it passes. Patchface and I practice swords today. After all, a knight is only good as their swordsmanship. During our training session, Patchface could not grasp the techniques I was demonstrating. He seemed to struggle with the other drills as well. Unfortunate. Loses one experience towards knighthood. Damn it, Patchface. Just listen to me, brother. That's all you gotta do. Ooh. We can activity join King Robert's Grand Tournament. So we got horse racing, we got archery, we got melee, we got a recital, we got a duel, and we got a ceremony. So no joust. Unfortunate, but we will definitely attend that. I mean, we are so good at martial and prowess. It's like, why not? We do not need the captain. Waterwood posts Stairfall. Third pool, 4% chance of danger. Now, there's not too much danger on the road. There's 0 high chance, 3 medium chance locations. And these are mountains. Mountains. So should we hire a mountaineer? Yep, cancels everything out. We have 8 in our entourage. Rosalind, Donald, Arneld, Vanessa, Hector, Hago, Humphrey, and Melise is with us. Melise. Player, heir, and daughter. Hopefully I'll get a son, but we are on our way to join King Robert's Grand Tournament. My liege, King Robert, is hosting a grand tournament competition in the vicinity of Visenya's Hill. A time has come for us to depart. We sure will. Danger, tempting fruit. On a road takes us through treacherous parts of Frentimont. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace myself for impact, Humphrey jumps out of the bush instead, holding a plant. You scared me. Anyway, what kind of fruit is this? And, hold on, what if it's poisonous? Let Humphrey eat it. Who is Humphrey again? That's one of the guys that we saved. Famrose. Generous, brave. And he's not a very skilled fighter, but he's great at diplomacy. So what if it's poison? An unknown plant rash for 5 years. Oh well. Just don't die, brother. Love to take... So while traveling through Firewater, we run into some Crownlander knights. They are deeply respectful and apparently huge lovers of poetry, as they insist on reciting it at every chance they get. The code of conduct they follow has several merits, and I can't help but admire it. One of the knights, Maldon, is particularly impressive. Reduces the cost of establishing the chivalry tradition by 1,000. I should try to be personally more chivalrous. Ooh, +1 prowess. Why not? 5 years. Even though it kind of almost goes against Lustful, but not really. So, we are here at the tournament. Which event should we do first? We need to qualify for just about everything, so we could get more gold and more prestige. Visit the Great Sept of Baylor. Oh, awesome. And we're going to go to the tourney grounds first. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament. And it looks like Royce is absolutely wasted with Malos. Royce gets the train wounded. 95 Mathos does. Disgusting. You have a good time, but nothing happens. So I lose 18 stress. I don't really need the stress lost. I could gain intrigue or 75 prestige. Okay. Disgusting. Alright. 25 days for that. I think we should probably visit the artisan quarters. Makes more sense. Browsing the wares on display at the tailor shop, I spy carefully wrapped package among the piles of garments and sundries. The tailor happily opens it for me, carefully untying the leather bindings to reveal an exquisitely embroidered crest, the Valerian crest. Huh. Very cool. Do me a favor. Burn this if you would. Listen, I'll take these, but no word of it. Arrhenius identification. Lovely. I want the Brightflame crest. Yeah, we'll definitely try to do... Yeah, intrigue, chance against... Increase to hostile scheme, success chance against House Valerian. I don't really care to go against Montford. Not currently. I kind of want to marry into his house. Plus, my wife is a Valerian. So, I don't want to do that. Let's get that Brightflame crest. Because I love the crest of the Brightflame. Lose 15 gold. Let's see, we can 9 days we can visit the tent. Meet the other contestants, sabotage them, gain faith, reduce stress, county control popular opinion interactions with habitants, and progress to victory. We'll definitely go for the tournament grounds. My knights stand assembled for the day's training. Their attendant, Ladin, and Kit, Arneld, and myself stand before. Knights, what do you not know? Ask humbly to be taught, urges Arneld. Together we represent the Lord. Let us prepare for our glories. Command us. So this option is because I have of your triumph intent. Your score increases slightly. And I gain hospitaller. To your saddles, draw your swords. Watch your opponents learn their weaknesses. I lose 9 stress because I'm ambitious. I think we're gonna go with that. Kind of makes sense. Alright, let's continue on. Maintain artifacts. I think we're going to go for the artisan quarters. I mean, we do have 2 days until it begins. I do not qualify for the horse race, more than likely. Finest horses in the Iron Throne, adorned in the colors of their owners, are led around the tracks to a herald announcer's contest commencement. Nothing beats a good race. So unfortunately, we did not get that. I'm not going to bet such spectacle. It is almost impossible to tell who will take the victory there. Neck and neck, the crowd reaches a crescendo. The riders urge the steeds on in unison. The finish line looms, not far to go. Who won? You may not qualify for the archery contest. Thank you. Lord Ulfric's. Ulfric of Runvane. Sun crosses the line as the crowd erupts, closely followed by Lord Paramount Hoster, Briskfeet, and Lady Maya Black Beauty. Oh, very interesting. Good job for everybody. Fortune must favor him. We're gonna go to the tournament grounds for archery. I greet a band of knights as they wander past me. Standing before, I'll keep your secret. So it's a woman dressed up as a knight. I'll keep your secret. Guards, there's a woman. So this will lose me stress because I am ambitious. Who is Zay? Is she good? 26 prowess. Damn. Brave, stubborn, blade master. I could use, but 40 stress because I'm ambitious? That ain't worth it. 40 stress. That's crazy. I'll keep her secret. You know, what are we? Lustful, ambitious, diligent? I mean, the ambitious kind of, you know, I don't really want to do it, but she's not affecting me and my goals. Self-evident to all of her, said, my liege, Lord Stannis cannot shoulder the burdens of rule by himself, not causing irreparable harm. Naturally, that someone is me. He is making me regent. Wow. I shall start my rule at once, so I will lose some stress because I'm ambitious. Ooh. That is a very interesting thing he's giving me now. Let's take a look at that before I move on. Am I currently the regent? I am. Where's Stannis at? Oh, he's in the tournament. I'm there too. So that don't make no sense. But what's interesting is what I can do as regent. Oh, that's my regent. Lady Valena, you will promote authority. Boost the crown authority. I say extra gold. And what I should do, so the scales of power, level 2. Monthly swing the scales. He's 89 to Lord Stannis. Cost reduced. Lord's low legitimacy. Leverage gold. Spread a little wealth to remind people who's truly important. So cost 89. Swings 10 towards you, and he loses 10 opinion of me. He barely has opinion of me anyways. I don't know why he named me regent. Self-interested. Selfless. Of course, Lord Davos, you're selfless. Richard Horp, self-interested. And High Lordship of Claw Isle is situational. Interesting. I don't really know what I should do just yet, so we'll just be a normal regent this time, and if he goes on a long trip or something and I'm not there for whatever reason, we'll do the we'll try to swing the power and almost take control from him. Go faster. So there's a bird. Bah, you must have cheated. You must take a lot of preparation to do this. Your score increases moderately because I'm diligent. Let's do that. I think that will get me the qualifying. Yes, I qualified. Hopefully I could win. 7, 6, 5. One day. My ears pick up as my name is mentioned drifting across the gentle breeze. That could be a good sign or a bad one. You are qualified. It's time to show the world my skill. I vowed to myself I would win the contest. I'm not going to cheat. Oh, my ambitious says there is no way to win. Ooh. I'm sure my opponents would do the same if they only had the idea. Who knows? Maybe they already have. I feel like Barristan might actually do really well. I'm not really worried about Lord Montfort the Glorious of Driftmark. Okay, chill, buddy. Chill. Or Thomas the Oak Green Lily. %41% chance that it's successful. 16 that is detected. 41 is unsuccessful. So I will go for Barristan. I sought to sabotage Lord Bow before the archery continues, subtly changing the pull of the strings to throw him off. My patience finally paid off. I make this stitch without arousing suspicion, and made off into the night. Come morning, I'm relieved to find that there's not a whisper of my machinations. All is fair. Sorry, Lord Barristan. I gotta do something. Silence! Have some damn respect for the competitors, he grumbles cantankerously. A few titters come in response. Clearly he needs the peace and tranquility with which to shoot an arrow, but I think, as he turns to brandish a fist towards the crowd once more, this might be taking it too far. Oh. Lord Winton's score increases minutely. Let's let him get on with it. Let him get on with it. Who cares? I'll win this fair and square, kind of. Twang the arrow of my competitor loose, bows thunk. Bonifer wanders off to pick up his bow. I need to find something to do as I wait. This mark is very temporary. You succeed. Lord Bonifer's score decreases. I'm going to move his mark back a few paces, and it's 100% chance. You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to cheat my way to victory because I'm ambitious. Okay, dusk begins. The competition begins to draw to a close as arrows continue to fly past the butts. If I am to make any impacts and proceed from here, I must act now. So I am one with my bow. Your score increases moderately. Let's do that. 71, 72. 60% chance of decreasing. Prowess and learning. Prowess challenge 63, 8%. So this is actually moderately is better than slightly. With this win, this trajectory should suffice. Come on, I gotta win. As I draw the string to my chin, I feel the faintest tremor in my arm. No! I realize in a panic, but the damage is done. The arrow flies wildly, wavering in the air, but whistling right past the target. The crowd groan, and I put my head in my hands. I am winning. Victory is close. Okay. Did I win? No, I did not win. There is always next time. Who won? So in third place, Lord Montfort. In first place, Lord Dunstan. And leaves us to Victor Winton. I should have coughed in his backswing. You know what I'm saying? I should have done it. There's always next time. But before we continue on this campaign, I will leave it here for now. In episode 2, we will finish this tournament. We will qualify for the melee, which we already do. We'll qualify for the recital, the duel, and we'll show King's Landing and all of these nobles who is Daeron Brightflame. And I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this content and this playthrough, give me a like. It helps the channel out so much. And I will see you in the next one.